Good evening. My name is Simona Di Nepi, and I'm Charles and Lynn Schusterman Curator of Judaica. I'm absolutely delighted to be here with artist Moshe Zabari, who's joining us from Jerusalem to tell us about this gorgeous silver cup that we acquired last year. Hello, Moshe.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Simona.
So I should actually say, first of all, that the word Judaica means Jewish ritual objects made for use in the home and synagogue. And Moshe Zabari is a living monument, and I hope you won't mind my saying this, of modern Judaica, because he has a career that spans over 60 years as a silversmith, designer, sculptor, with works spread across the US, Israel, Australia, Canada, in museums, private collections, and congregations. Moshe Zabari also was artist in residence and director of the Judaica workshop at the Jewish Museum in New York for nearly 3 decades. But I'd like to jump right into the looking at this cup with Moshe. The cup was made for Kiddush. Kiddush is the wine blessing recited on Friday night and on other Jewish festivals. And when I saw it, I was immediately struck and blown away by the very sharp lines, sort of asymmetrical design, and this just sculptural quality of the cup. So I'd like to ask Moshe, what inspired him to make such a different shape for a Kiddush cup, and what is the story behind it?
Thank you. This Kiddush cup, it's a process of almost 40 years. And the reason I'm saying 40 years, it's because in 1965, there was a traveling exhibit, a travel in different cities in the States of archaeological objects from Iran. And among those objects was this Kiddush cup that you can see on the screen. And it just moved me so much. It was a gold wine cup, which was crushed completely. And it was embossed in different animals, which was really a very joyful piece of work. And for 40 years, it was in the back of my mind until in 93, I believe, I designed what I was in my mind. And this is the results. The original cup was 1200 BCE.
And so you made, just to clarify, you made your own drawing, which is beautiful in its own right, the drawing, and then sort of reproduced what you call the crushed look of the metal. I'd like to show a slide with several views of the different sides of the cup, because that's important. Could you tell us about the different sides and the engravings that you did on them?
Yes. Usually a wine cup, a Kiddush cup, is made for the Sabbath Kiddush. But this one, I decided to make it for all the festivals that are used the blessing of the wine. And what we have here on the right picture is engraving of a lulav and etrog, which is used for the high holidays. And on the middle one, the bottom one has engraved a shofar, a blowing shofar that is used for the New Year's. And on top, it's very faded, but it's engraved a matzah, which is used for Passover. On the left top is the tablets, the Ten Commandments, and engraved, and that is for the Shavuot holiday.
So, and also not just different symbols, but completely different look. Every side surprises you again and again. And I remember that when you talked to me about this cup, you said that it was one of the most difficult on a technical point of view works that you had ever done. Could you explain to us why that is on a technical side, that it was so complicated?
That was made one piece. Although it looks in the photograph, it looks made of pieces of silver, but it's not. It's one piece of sheet of silver, which is folded in different directions to get the form. And that is a very difficult technique.
I'm sure it is, but it actually pays to our advantage because it means that you only made one example of this cup, and underneath it says you engraved one of one. So we really do have the one-off unique piece of this cup in our collection. We also have, and we're very, very lucky to have a work, these beautiful silver candlesticks for the Shabbat for Friday night that you actually made very early on in your career. You were still in your 20s, and you made from a design of your teacher, Ludwig Wolpert, when he had invited you to follow him to New York to work alongside him at the Judaica workshop of the Jewish Museum, where, as I said, you stayed for almost 30 years. I wanted to ask you, through this piece and looking at these candlesticks, what would you say was the influence of Wolpert on your work at that time and later?
Well, it's pretty difficult. He was my teacher for from 1955 to 1956 when he moved. It's hard to say. I mean, it's for sure there was influence, a big influence. And Wolpert was known for his design includes the Hebrew letters. And as you can see here, there are 3 words on each one of the candlesticks, and which you will translate it.
Yes, it says, I think it's a verse from Isaiah, and it says
Right.
from the Bible, from Isaiah, and it says, I think I will rejoice in the Lord, my soul will rejoice in God. That's the meaning of the verse. And it's
Correct.
about the joy of the Shabbat coming and of the rituals.
Right. Now, if you see the rest of my works, you will be able to judge if I was influenced or not.
You were influenced, but you also then went your own way and created something different. I'd like to draw our visitors' attention and your attention to the fact that we were so fortunate to be able to install both the candlesticks and the cup last year, exactly 1 year ago, for Hanukkah. So these two works are together representing very different chapters in your life. And I'm inviting all the visitors to come and see Moshe's brilliant work in the Farago Gallery for Contemporary Studio Craft. And Moshe, thank you so much for being with us and for just gifting us with this incredible career and work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.